Hey y'all, I'll tell you what, I cannot win at all, man. I had you like 20 some minutes of film on here, hooking up the starter and doing all that stuff. And then my phone went dead. So I got mad. I about threw the phone. I about threw the tripod. Frankly, it pissed me off. But so instead of throwing a fit and getting pissed off, I went in the house and I took a break. So, and broke my diet and ate a couple cookies. I took too long of a break because while I was on that break, I was watching Peace and Grease. So if y'all don't have Peace and Grease, go check out Peace and Grease. They're building a rat rod camper, hot rod camper, dual back axles, axle forward a little bit on the front. Man, the thing is sick. It's a little camper. He's built this little shed on the back of it. That thing, I'll tell you what, that thing is badass. So y'all go check out Peace and Grease. They are an awesome couple. They got there's 7,000 or so subs, I think, maybe more. But awesome channel. So remember, check out Peace and Grease. Y'all, you won't be disappointed. They're way better than me. So if you want to just quit now, you just quit watching me and go watch them. So, but I had I locked down the distributor and I did all that stuff underneath the starter and everything. And it just, my camera or my phone just shut off. It went to where it just said T-Mobile. But and no, I'm not sponsoring T-Mobile. I do like them. That's why I have them. But I've had others, and for me in my area, T-Mobile does the best. But my phone is an older phone, and it just wants to shut off sometimes. So I want to kind of take you around here. I just ran over that cord. I'll take you over here and show you what I had going on with the bodywork. So the bodywork on the top here, as you can see, this tripod makes a good reach. So I got some hell dents that I'm fixing. Now here's the thing is I didn't Bondo them hell dents. I would have went in there and got up underneath the headliner, and I did. So I tried to get one out. The metal is just so freaking thick. Those had to be really hard hell dents. They're big spots, so they had to be some 2-inch plus hell. But since they already had Bondoed them and stuff, I ground out most of the Bondo, and then got them refilled. And like I said, this is just gonna be a driver car, so it'll be okay. It's got some few other dents around and stuff that have been filled with Bondo. But as you can see, the top is still gold, so I didn't take it down to bare metal. I didn't want to do all that. In some spots, it's to bare metal because I was flattening out their humps and runs and everything else, because this car has been done before. It's been sprayed. It was wrecked on the front. So if you didn't see the videos where basically I cut the front cowl off of this and did all that body work, all the body work down it, those are videos from years ago. So you'll have to go back and scroll way down to find them. But my biggest problem is I'm just tired of body work right now. The body work is kicking my butt. I got an air compressor from, I believe it was, I don't even remember where I got it from. Got it from a big box store. So that air compressor is an okay air compressor. It's just okay. The problem is when you use die grinder or use paint gun and stuff like that, you can paint a door. No problem. Enough pressure to paint a door. But once you turn and start doing something as big as a panel like this, you're going to do light coats. You're not going to do a heavy coat because at the end it's going to spit at you. But I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to try to paint it with what I got. I have a buddy that he's trying to find me an air compressor, even if it's an old piece of junk air compressor that don't have compression, don't work, whatever. That's fine. We can put new head on it or new cylinders on it. We can do what we got to do. So let me get back here. So like all this body work here on the door, I eliminated all the trim in our last video. on the doors, and I'm still working on cleaning those up because I can grind 2 or 3 holes, and then I gotta go and let the air compressor build back up, so I gotta do something else. So what I was doing is I was working on this car, and I think the best spot to put you is going to be right here. So what we're doing is we are fixing the wires and stuff right now. Like I said, I did get up underneath there, and I got it the starter hooked back up all the way. It wasn't even wired up. I still need to get some hose clamps. I need to adjust the power steering. And well, let's just go ahead and do that power steering before I forget about it. The power steering pump is on a slide. Let's try to see if I can get y'all in a better spot here. So y'all know that doing videoing sometimes is a super big pain in the butt. Trying to get to where you can see everything. So, okay, so like right down in here, you can see that the bracket on this thing right here, it's got slide holes. So it moves this way and that way. So I'm going to have to get, looks like a 9/16. I'd have to get a 9/16 and something, and I just pry right here between the water pump housing and that. So let's see. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll do the spark plugs. But I'm going to go ahead and just leave you guys over here for right now. See if we can get in there close enough to where you can see what we got going on. Let me adjust this, and I'll be right back and get some wrenches and stuff. Okay, so I got to get me a pry bar, and let's. It don't have to be super duper tight. You just want it snug, and trying to get the. I don't remember how I did it. Oh, I used a pry bar last time, I think, but really, oh, good thing the fender didn't on it. You know, these old cars, they are easier to work on without the fenders on it. Oh, just trying to. I need to get an actual pry bar, not a screwdriver. That's my problem. Trying to do all this. Well, it's a crowbar, it ain't a pry bar, but we'll make it work. See, I know last time I just went like this. Keep it. Ouch. Dang it. Quit moving. Sometimes you get an argument with yourself. You just gotta yell at yourself. Come on, I just want to spread you over a little bit. Just a little bit. Can you give me just a little? Just a little. All I want. There. I'll tighten that thing down. Probably go loose. Should have got a ratcheting wrench. I don't want to lay this down and hook a hole in something. That's gonna take me forever. But anyways, this power steering pump, I rebuilt this thing a couple years back. It's basically just O-rings and stuff like that. It wasn't no big deal. And see, the way that was off of the block, it's getting tighter. Maybe I had that too tight, but it's getting tighter now. So this engine, when I got this engine was red. So it's probably, I could have left it that way, but I wanted it to be the proper color for this model of car. So like the Rambler Ambassadors, ouch. I get to where you guys can see better here. The Rambler Ambassadors, they had a 327 and they were red. And this is a 280. This model had a 287, and they were blue. Now, get my wrench back. Now, when I bought this car, this had a red engine in it. There's a different engine than what was supposed to be in here. So, we opened up the engine. When we opened up the engine, we found out that this ain't what it is. This ain't what it says. So, like I said, the red engines were 327s from Rambler, and the blue ones like this were 287s. So you come to your conclusion what this actually is. Now, I wish I had a 4-barrel and 4-barrel intake, but here's the thing is, on these cars, you're only talking about 15 horsepower from the 2-barrel to the 4-barrel, because it is the big 2-barrel. So, you know, or I should say a bigger 2-barrel. It's not huge by any means. Chevy had a bigger one. But they run good enough. I mean, 2-barrel, I want a cruiser. I don't want like a tire roasting hot rod out of this. I want a cruiser. If I wanted a tire roasting hot rod out of this, I'd pull this first gen AMC motor out and I would put in a second gen, and I'd go find me a 390, a 360, a 401 or something like that. I would take the torque tube drive shaft out of this thing and the rear end out, and I'd put in like an automatic out of a Jeep or a Wagoneer or something from the 60s or 70s. What are they, like 907s, I think is what it was, or whatever. But maybe I'm saying that, maybe it was 903. Anyways, they made a good one to put behind the 390s and the 401s and stuff. Then go get you like a Ford 9-inch rear end, or find a good 12-bolt Chevy rear end, or whatever you like, and put underneath here, and you'd have a nice hot rod. But I want the original cruiser. I want kind of that time machine. Now, granted, I put in a new upgraded radiator. I changed the water neck over to a chrome water neck, and what I did was I wallered the holes out to make it fit this, because it just wouldn't fit. This water neck's for like a small block Chrysler. So, I've redone the brakes and stuff, but I think I got a brake line that's leaking down there. So I need to do that and get that done. So now we have that tied. We got to do that bottom one. That bottom one is in a weird spot. I probably should get a wrench. Let me get a ratchet for that, not a wrench. Okay, so I got a wrench. Now, get down in there. Or ratchet, I mean. I keep saying wrench. I got a ratchet out now. So, we'll get this bottom one tight. Come off of there. Now it won't come off. Yeah, see, all that dirt on my shoulder and stuff. I was up underneath there doing that starter. I had all that footage and everything. It was looking good. You know, I was doing a good job, making a good video for y'all, and then my phone just shut off. For some reason lately, I think I got some kind of bug or something, or an app that needs to be kicked out or whatever. So, but underneath, I got the starter hooked up. I finished hooking up the sway bar. I noticed that the rubbers are bad on the sway bar, so maybe I can see if I can get some rubbers. I believe that's just a 1-inch sway bar or 7/8 inch sway bar or something like that. Shouldn't be hard to find some aftermarket type rubbers. Then I need to get a couple hose clamps on there. But what I want to do now is I want to redo those spark plug wires. Let's lay that wrench there so I'll never find it again. So, all right. Now, these plug wires aren't actually in the right places because some of them are too long and some of them are too wide. When we drove it last, we hooked it up to where we thought they needed to be. But with the linkages for the carburetor and everything and all that, I just wasn't for sure. So I think what we need to do is we need to get up in here. All right, get to standing. Get leaned over. All right. It's not easy. All right. So now, now you can't even see it. The camera's not in the right way. Wonder if I can move that without knocking it over. Oh, I got to set back down. This sucks. This bites ass. Had to get up and down. All right. You guys cannot see that very well. Let's get this into the angle of the dangle in the right way here. Okay, so that other side's all hooked up. Let's pull some plug wires. Like this one. See, some of these are just they need to be swapped out because I think they're too long. They're all supposed to lay over here in this little bridge, and then there's supposed to be another little bridge over it there that goes on that wing nut, which I don't know what I did with. Oh, hey, I see it. Let's get that. And let's put you all, let's turn you around and get you over here, and maybe we can So this is what I'm talking about. Is this thing here, it goes on the valve cover, and then the spark plug wires go over it and then get held down with these little retentioners. Now there's supposed to be 2 for this one and 2 for the other side. I'll probably just use a zip tie on the other side because you got the brake and all that way stuff in the way, so you can't really see it. But let me get up here. All right, so that's not easy to do that, but now my belly gonna hurt. All right, so then we got this, and take those off. This goes to this goes back Oh, my PVC. I was like, what the? My PVC hose ain't on down there neither. I thought I had my PVC hose hooked up. I gotta have to find that too. So anyways, that goes to the carb. That plug goes over to, looks like number 5. And that's a really long plug. That one is not so bad. That one's not. That one's kind of tight. I wonder, are those longer? Yeah, we could probably swap those. Anyways, I'm just going to pull them all off and we're just going to start over. I don't like the way they set, where they was at, all that. They could have been twisted different. Oh, don't spray yourself, Dave. Come on. My towel's cutting me. I'm having problems. Oh, my fat belly. See, I even got a set of points. And I talked about the points before my video was shut off. I talked about all this. But, yeah, whatever. Okay, so we got all these off. Pull them. Let's get over there. Let's take those. And then I got this thing up here that's for to hold the spark plugs. Well, it got broken, and I'm trying to find one that'll just set down over there. I know that some of the old Chryslers had them, and then I think Chevrolet, Cadillac, there was a few others that did too. So, all right, so we're gonna pull, I really want to pull all of these, but I can see how long they are from there. All right, so, damn. I hate doing spark plug wires because you never know. See, them is all right. Ugh. I'll pull them from this side. Oh, reach, Dave, reach. Oh, that one's stuck like Chuck. I don't know where I stick my hand. All right. Oh, there's a pain in the ass. Okay. Hey, transmission dipstick too. All right. So now we got all of these. Oh shit, I stuck them the wrong way. So that goes there, that goes there. Those go there. All right, we're gonna go figure out which ones are the best length by putting them on one at a time. Or we're gonna go by length. So I'm gonna put them all the same freaking length. Damn, look, they're all almost the same length. So, the two longer ones, they probably need to go over there. So we'll take the two. We're gonna go, where's number 1? Number 1. Number 1 need to be, I hope you put it the right way, do you? Now, so number 1 needs to be a long one. So which one's longer? Same length. So we'll drop that there, and then, let's see. So number 1 goes over there. This is 2, 4, 6, and 8 on this side. And that side's 1, 3, 5, and oh, get up on there. There we go. So 1, and there's a bracket that goes there, but see, this should go here and then over. So we'll just leave it like that for now. Okay, so that one goes there. This one goes here. This goes up under. This was 2, so we'll put it this way. And it's going to go over that bridge there, and it can be pushed back away from it. Thought there was some crap on there. Okay, so then the next two should be one over there, and that was 3. I believe that back one is 3. That would go there, that would go down there, and this one goes here. Okay, then that was 4. So my 4, can't remember, 4 I think was over. And we'll leave 4 lay for now and figure out where it goes. Then we got quit twisting up. Okay, so that one's 4 and this one's 6. Yeah, I think that one over there was 6. And then one more for that was for 7. I mean, cylinder 8. Which one was 8? That one was 8. So see, that would go like that just fine. And then curl back. And then go in that sleeve holder thing. So that'd be alright. Then this one. So I got all 4 of these hooked up. So these go over there. And then 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so this is 7. So 1, 3, 5. I don't like that like that. So maybe that did need to be a longer one. So let's swap that one with this one. Let's take number 5. Number 5 will lay like right there. Because that one is 1. That's 3. That's 5. This was 4. Yeah, I can't remember which one's 4. But 2, where'd the 2 go? I'm missing a plug wire, it's right there. See, that'd be long enough. Alright. That is 3. Okay, so get you off of there. And then swap sides. I still didn't put that silly thing on there. But it'll be okay. That's not enough in view. Okay. Okay, so that was this one's 4. So I said 4 can go like that. That was 8. This one is 6. That one's, or I mean, yeah, this one's 6. So this one's 7, right? That one's 7. So 5. What was that one? That one's 3. Here's my 7. That was what was confusing me, is it was just laying over the engine. It wasn't even in the right spot. And that was 7 is what that was. So stick that up there. Ugh. Get up underneath to it. Okay. So lay that one there like that. And then this one, take it up over those. I'm going to lay it next to it. One. And then that was 7. This one is 8. Where'd my 5 go? 4, 8, 1, 2, 7. I think that was 5. Ah, I can't see it back there. And like my brain's racked. So this one was 3. Ah, doing it on the wrong side of the doodad again. That was 5. My problem is I can't tell which one of those back there is 5 or 6. I'm gonna find out. Not with that screwdriver, I ain't. Oh! Come here, screwdriver. I can't see it, it's my problem. And I can't tell which one's which because I can't remember the rotation on this silly thing. So this one's 6. So 6, 6. This one is 6. It's like I thought. And this one is 5. So that one goes to 5. This one goes to 3. Which by process of elimination, that is 3. Only one that was scribbled like crazy. Oh, where you at? Come on, dang it. Get in the hole. All right. Now all these plug wires are hooked up, but this one needs to come off because it needs to go down through there. Now, was that worth it? Changing 2 or 3 out to different length? Probably not, because my stomach hurts. All right, so then we didn't put that silly thing on. See if we can just do it from this side. Take the valve cover nut off, stick that on there, stick that back on there, or get it started anyway. Come back up here where you belong. Okay, now I still got to tighten that down, the coil too, but we'll get that here after a little while. All right, everything's hooked up. All that's hooked up. The bad thing is now that I hooked all this up, I want to take and clean up the carburetor and do all that. These stupid little clips are supposed to go on here. See if we can get them to lay down proper. All right, so the spark plug wires are supposed to go like this. Then you put this little clip on there like that, and it holds them down. Now, these things are just too long. I need to make them fit the way I want to. Because I know they were going to get bound up into crap. But anyways, that's the way they're supposed to lay. Then, of course, carburetor. This is all that's got to be hooked up to it. It's got the heat riser here, heat riser there. But I don't have the damper on the heat riser. So, but let's, just to keep track of that one, I'm going to go ahead and just snap it on there too. Just to have it on there. They both, it's supposed to have one on the top here, one on the bottom, and then over there it's supposed to have 2. But I don't know what I did with them. But I got the oil pressure gauge wire is not hooked up neither. We'll have to figure out where that went. So I got to sit down and take a break. All right, guys. Well, this is just kind of a long video, really about nothing. Me just trying to change the plug wires around that didn't work. But I did hook up the starter and all that stuff, like I said. So the body work is, it's getting there. Now this side that I had that I didn't like, I can't remember since I lost a bunch of footage. I can't remember if I already said in this video if I fixed that or not. But I did fix that right there. The little hole that we had back behind the quarter. Matter of fact, I'll just take you back there and show you. Okay, so we had that hole right there, and if you can see, like right there is where we fixed it and seamed it together. I'm not turning you upside down like that. Hopefully y'all didn't get sick. But we did a lot of sanding, a lot of body work, and I just was tired of that. So I did this. I wanted to show you that. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the carburetor out and get it cleaned up probably, and do some other stuff. But I don't know. I need to find me a new air compressor. Hopefully I can get this car at least primed and painted with what I got. But I don't want to go spend $1,200–$1,500 on an air compressor. But anyways, guys, this video is long enough. It probably, like I said, it was about a bunch of nothing. So I can't show you that. Oh, hooked up on the hose. You can see down in there, you can see, like, I got the starter hooked up now, but I know it's hard to see. So, but that's kind of what I'm doing, is I'm just doing little odds and ends stuff. I got the headlights all hooked back up. You know, things like that. So, hey, y'all. I think I'm going to go in the house and rest up for a minute. That was kind of rough on my stomach. That's why I don't like leaning up over the top of these for very long. And that's also why it takes, you know, we're working on a couple years on this project, even though we took 2 years off. It just, I got to get it done. I got to get it out of here. I'm getting to the point where I'm just tired of seeing it. So, we'll work through it. It is kind of a struggle, but we'll work through it. So, hey, y'all, another 40-minute video. Wasn't trying to be that long, but I don't want to edit, and that's just where I'm at. I will if I have to, but this was all done in one big old shot. We are going to get underneath there and find out where we got a little bit of a brake fluid loss, so we're going to get underneath there and probably have to replace the whole stretch of brake line that goes from up here back. Even though I did both sides here, well, I did most of I did that whole side, the whole driver's side front, and I did this side. I may end up having to just replace that center section that goes back to the rubber flex hose that for the rear end to go up and down and stuff like that. So, but hey, y'all, don't take too many breaks, and when you do, don't get too many, things going. You do too much nap time. I don't know. It just, you go inside and you sit down and you just sit there for too long. So, but anyways, peace, guys. Remember, hug a friend. Tomorrow's never promised. We'll see y'all later. Be blessed.